Has anybody ever saw that movie Trading Places?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Remember when they took Eddie Murphy? Okay, so he's a homeless guy and this, that, and the other. And then they decided to now make him a multimillionaire overnight because they were doing a social or cultural experiment, whatever they wanted to call it. And so then they bet a dollar that they could take somebody off the streets and turn them into a multimillionaire, take somebody who was used to operating in those spaces, break them financially, and see if they can rebound. So Dan Ack, not that, what's it, Dan Aykroyd, who
Yeah.
Yeah.
was, yeah, Dan
Dan
Aykroyd
Aykroyd,
was
yeah.
yeah. So then they took him, stripped him of everything that he had, fiance, the house, um, they converted him into a homeless person. And so then they wanted to see, like, could he spring back, and then could the other one maintain? All of that to say that now I want to overlay that on these platforms. When they are alpha and beta testing things, you may be in a trading place scenario, a trading places scenario where they are testing to see, can we take this unknown, put them in the spotlight, and then them be able to run with it, gain traction, and all that? How does this work inside of our world, and how can that make us more profitable by doing that? If the experiment, if it is successful and they can now see how they can generate more profits by doing that, then they do it more often. If they find that, okay, that didn't work so well, then it's back to the drawing board. So you never know what end of the spectrum you're on. Only thing that you have control over is, whenever that happens for me, what do I do in the midst of it? Do I have a plan in place? Have I thought this thing through on what I would do if I had a million eyes and ears on what I've got going on? How could I immediately convert those into folks coming into my space, onto my list? What kind of offers are universal enough that I can get an onslaught of people so I can start to nurture them moving forward? So if you're not thinking about that on a regular basis, you'll find yourself unprepared if and when an opportunity like that presents itself. Okay, so that was a long way of saying that, yeah, it all depends.